Hi all, welcome to another Dave Downey Fly Tying video production. Here I'm going to be sharing my favourite flies and methods of tying them to make catching fish better for you guys around the world, and also make tying these flies a bit easier. All the flies that I do tie and I put up, I personally use them and they catch fish, not just catch the angler. At the end of each of the video there will be a wee list of materials required to tie each of these patterns. There'll be a link to my website if you need to buy them from myself or buy the flies from myself. I hope you really enjoy the patterns. The pattern I'm going to be tying today, basically it's the first fly that I ever caught a fish on, so it means a lot to me. I did spend a lot of time in my local water called the Mill Dam. I would go up every night after school, after my dinner, and I'd practice, keep casting, and eventually I caught a fish on this fly. So what I'm tying is a bloody butcher. So we've got in the vise a Camasan B175 and a 12. So a 12 or a 10 or a 14, it's really up to yourself. We're going to need that for the hook. I'm going to be using the sheer 14-0 black, a red ibis substitute feather. Red ibis is really hard to get now. If you can't get that, you can use Glow Bright number 4 or number 5. You can use floss instead. We're going to use some flat tinsel, the Unimiler stuff, number 14 for the body. We are going to use some silver wire. So we've got some silver wire. I'm just using the Vernayards one. It's just French silver wire, but it's nice and bright. We're going to use some scarlet red cock hackle fibres for the throat hackle, and then the last thing we need is a couple of you'll maybe not see it there, but it's basically mallard. So it's the blue feather on the mallard, so you can see it there, it's just kicking through. So these usually come in a wing, so you're picking off the match quills. So we've got one from either side, you can see the blue there. So we've got one from either side, so they get a concave. So when we select our slips to tie the wing in, we want them sort of touching like that, rather than pushing out the way. We want them touching in the way. So you're going to have it that way rather than that way, if that makes sense. So let's get started. So get our black thread and we tie it in. And trim that away. Take it down to the bend. So with the ibis sub, I'm just going to cut it actually on the stalk, just like I do with the marabou, and then just push it round. So I'll just cut it on a stalk, right, and we just push it round. Now if there's loads of bits that are extra and it doesn't look too neat, just pull the slips off and just tidy them up a little bit. And now I've actually got it the way I want it. It says it doesn't have to be perfect. Use a loop to catch it in and just tie it in, then go forward. We obviously want to try and keep the body, maintain the right profile on the body of the fly. Right, so let's turn the vise, clip that bit off. Like I said, you can just keep twisting that and you'll get the tail you want it, the way you want it. Right, so we're up there, so we're going to now tie in the wire. So we need the silver wire. Right, so I've got the silver wire off a spool. Just tie it in, same again, keep it nice and flat. Work my way back down to where the tail is. Okay, and then we're going to get some flat. Now flat's got two colours, it's got gold and silver. So gold on one side, silver on the other side. So you want to tie it in so that the gold's facing you. Then that means when you actually start winding it on, you're going to get the silver. Now you can tie a gold version of this, but I'm just going to tie a standard. When I learnt how to fish, basically I was fishing black spiders, black penels, butchers and bloody butchers. Now I'm putting a wee bit of varnish on the thread, and we're just going to go forward. This fly works on rivers and stuff as well, so it's not just a lake fly or a loch fly. But we forget about all these old patterns, and these old patterns are fantastic. This one actually works really well for sea trout. And we just tie it in. So, you know, we've got our silver body. Trim that off, and just run the silver wire up. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just push and pull. That's us, we're getting a little silver body there, right? So normally when I do this I like to take the hook out, turn it round, because it's just a throat hackle. I'm not putting a full hackle in. So we're just putting a throat hackle in, so we want to get quite a big hackle. Right, so I've got quite a decent sized hackle there, and all I'm going to do is straighten the fibres up. Right, so we'll straighten the fibres up so they're sticking out, grab them and then pinch, so we've got our throat hackle. Okay, just tidy it up and just bring it up. Same again, it's the same with the wing, same with the tail. You want to pinch and loop and catch it in, and just try not to go too close to the eye of the hook. Trim that off and turn it back round. So that's you got your wee beard hackle in. Now I'm just checking to make sure it's sitting evenly spaced, because I don't want big gaps. So I just tidy it up a little bit. That's a good thing about this sheer thread. It's 14/0, you know, you can do a lot with it. You can tidy a lot of things up, and then you don't have too much of a mess. Whereas if you use a thicker thread like a 6/0, you wouldn't be able to do that amount of turns. Right, so now we're just going to do a wee 3 turn whip finish, just so that the fly's sitting nice. Okay, so there it is. Then the next thing is just the wing. As I say, what I've got 2 match slips here, so I want to take off one, right, and then we need to get one for the other side as well. And you want to have it about the same thickness. So we've got two wings. Obviously they're blue on one side and grey on the other side, so what we need to do is pair them up together. Now some people will put the wing on that way. Now that one of the wings is a wee bit wider than the other one, so I'm going to take a couple of slips off one side. Some people like to put the wing that way. I prefer the wing that way, but the more traditional way is the other way around. So I want the tip of the wing touching the tip of the tail, and I just want to catch it, and it's the same again, pinch and pull down, and then you get the wing. You can see the blue there. Right, so we're not finished yet, so we need to tie that wing in and trim off the excess. Now the reason it's called the bloody butcher is because it's got the red throat hackle. If you're tying a normal butcher, then you would be using a black throat hackle. So just tidy the head up, and the usual 2 whip finishes. 1, 2, 3, 4, pull. 1, 2, 3, 4, pull. And that's it. And that's the fly that caught me my first ever trout and kind of got me into, gave me the bug. So I'm just going to give it a wee coat of varnish. It's just nice and steady. Wee coat of varnish. And I'm just going to get something to clear the eye out. just in case I got any varnish in the eye. Just give it a clean. Job done. And there again, beautiful fly. It is a fly that nobody seems to use anymore, or they don't use very often, because everybody's looking for modern ways of tying these things so that they're getting an advantage. But for me, traditional flies are just as good as anything. And as I say, it's that one, that's a bloody butcher. Change that throat hackle to black if you want a normal butcher. Tie it with glow bright floss if you want, for the tail. But in bigger sizes, it's a fantastic sea trout fly as well, and it does catch some salmon. So I hope you all enjoyed that video. You can follow me on my Facebook, which is David C. Downey. Follow me on Instagram, Dave Downey Fly Fishing. Check out my guiding site, which is www.davedowneyfishing.com, and check out my website for my online shop, which is www.fly-fishingworld.com. So I hope you all enjoyed watching it. Thanks for watching another Dave Downey Fly Time video production. Have a great day and have even better days fishing. Tight lines, bye.